Hi, this is Colonel Tenders. You're interested in about raising chickens. Well, we got some helpful information for you, so make sure you stick around. Welcome to the second segment on raising chickens in your yard. And I hope that you check local ordinances to make sure you are allowed to have chickens. I warn you. But anyhow, what's the difference between a coop and a run? A coop is where the chickens stay at night to roost. The run is the fenced-in area that they run around in. If you free range, you don't really need a run. But if you free range, make sure you have a fence around your yard, or else your neighbors are going to be mighty unhappy, because chickens love to dig. And you know what happens to chickens that like to dig in neighbors' yards. I'll cover that and a lot more right after this. Annabelle, you look like you lost some weight and some feathers. Must have been a hard night.
Hi, this is Arthur Gayette here. You get fresh eggs, that's the pros of it. Fresh meat, it's fun to watch. They eat bugs, free fertilizer, and they're fully organic depending on what you feed them. Now the cons, they're smelly, noisy, they dig up all areas, will fight each other if there's not enough room, those bullies. And roosters can be very aggressive, so watch out for them.
What the heck do you have me in this getup for? You're the chicken expert, not me.
Now remember, chickens can be a lot of work. They can also be mighty rewarding. And to answer your question, no, you don't need a rooster. Chickens will lay eggs no matter what. But in the wintertime, they will lay off a little bit from laying eggs. So what you can do to remedy that is put a dim little light in the chicken coop at night, and that mimics the sunlight.
One of the important parts to chicken cleanliness is dust baths. I know it seems pretty crazy when you see a chicken dig a hole and start feathering itself with dirt, but it's a necessity. It actually keeps mites down. I always like to keep my chickens supplied with a good supply of diatomaceous earth. You can pick it up in any supply house. I usually get mine at the local hardware store, but it's good to get food-grade diatomaceous earth. My chickens will find the craziest places to dig. This is under my carport. And here's a great shot of some eggs in the nesting boxes inside the coop. I always try to keep a new supply of fresh wood chips, and that way it helps them keep the eggs clean. I also have a regular basket filled with hay, and a bunch of them prefer that as well. Wherever they want to lay in the hen house is fine. And you can see the feeder here, and Susan is filling that up. And these chickens eat an awful lot of food. It's amazing how much those little buggers eat. And you can see the basket of eggs down on the floor. There's a bunch there. And a little later on, you're going to see that that thing is going to be overflowing with eggs. It seems like Susan's putting about 20 containers of the pellets in the feeder. The chickens eat and eat and eat. And to the right, you can see the roost, and it goes all the way up to the ceiling. There is a hierarchy and a pecking order, and the dominant hens are at the very top. I don't have a rooster in this hen house. I do have one in the other. And if you're going to free range your chickens, it's always a good idea to have a rooster. He will protect the hens at all costs. And here you can see the new pullets, and we'll be doing a little video on them in about a week or so. They are cute little buggers. They're the ones that I picked up at Butterhoff Farms. And you can see the Barred Rocks. They're a great breed to have, very docile. Wyandottes, they're a very good breed for kids, and they're good egg producers too. Rhode Island Reds is another good producer, and they're cold weather hardy as well.
Whew! It's hot out here.
And here you're going to see a shot of Susan filling that egg basket up. It was just a banner couple of days. It seems like the eggs just kept coming and coming. And as you can tell, we have eggs just about every morning for breakfast. And Toby loves them. Let's see how much you got there, Susan. And we really didn't get into chicken size either. I have a lot of big chickens, but I also have a half dozen of the bantams, and they lay small eggs, but they're real friendly chickens. Great around kids.
Hi, this is Arthur Guyette.
Yeah, the old chicken colonel.
What do you mean, chicken colonel? This is your gig, not mine. I don't want to be involved with this. See, I've had enough.
Come on, Arthur. You don't have to go away mad. You just have to go away. Here's the chicken run. And yes, I have a chicken run, and I also let my chickens free range. But if you're going to let your chickens free range, they will rip out every garden you have. So be aware of that. Make sure you have a fence around your garden or something to protect your plants, because chickens are ruthless to get to worms and seeds and bugs. They will totally decimate your garden within minutes. It seems ironic how fast they can tear it apart. And here you can see the roost, and the walls are pretty nasty because chickens are very dirty, but you put down shavings and clean up after them all the time. But there's some ins and outs of owning chickens, and the plus is all the eggs. And if you're one of those people that don't mind processing your chickens, you can also process the meat. And now there's a shortage. I don't eat any of the chickens that we have. Ours are more or less pets that give us breakfast. But there is a motivator in the chicken coop to help the chickens lay more. And you'll see that in a minute or two. There we go. There he is, the Colonel. I met him when I was probably about 5 or 6 years old with my parents in Kentucky. And my dad was on the road, and I got a chance to go to a grand opening. Wonderful guy. Great memory. And most likely that's what spawned my fascination with the Colonel throughout my life. And you can see I have a linoleum floor in the chicken coop. When I made it, I specifically put that down for ease of cleaning. And again, that's a pic of the roost. And it's always good to have more roosts than you have hens. And same with laying boxes. I have more laying boxes than they know what to do with, and it never fails. One chicken will pick one box, and as soon as she gets out, another one will hop in and the one right next to it won't have any eggs at all. But I also have baskets. I have milk baskets that I put shavings in. I have regular baskets, and whatever they like, I let them lay wherever they want. And the Colonel is a great motivational aid.
That's almost finger licking. But you know what I mean. I'll see you later.
Daggone chickens.